Hey, what's going on, everybody? Mike from Beat Tech Reviews here, and today we are live doing a live stream. It's been a minute since I've done a live stream. Ooh, let me fix the camera a little bit. The camera's been kind of wonky a little bit, so let's see if we can actually get some people in the chat tonight. So today is Thursday, March the 28th. I can't believe we're already at the end of March. 4 years ago, the world changed, and it hasn't been the same since, unfortunately. Hopefully you guys are doing good, and I hope that everyone is having a good month and a good year. Again, if you guys follow the channel, you'll see the last couple of videos I posted. I got a new device that I've been playing around with. Also, I have bought a new car. I bought a new car, guys. So we can talk about that. We can also talk about Boost Mobile. Not Boost Mobile. Oh yeah, Boost Mobile. We can talk about that. We can talk about Helium Mobile and Visible Mobile. Those were kind of the topics of conversation that I wanted to talk about tonight as well. So again, for people that kind of had questions about Helium Mobile, maybe yes or no, we'll see. And just the channel growth in general, guys. So again, ever since I started kind of posting a little more heavy, especially on some of these tech devices, right? Devices like the Motorola Razer, devices like the Samsung A15, 5G, etc., like that. Even the Moto G Stylus 5G. Those videos got some pretty good hits. My Motorola ThinkPhone, which I've been enjoying, also that's been a device that I've been using. It's kind of like a second/third backup. But yeah, if you guys are just joining in, don't forget to smash that like button. Again, I would really appreciate it. It does help out the algorithm when you guys smash the like button. So again, join in. Let's chat tonight. Hopefully, I'll try to be on for at least an hour tonight. We'll see how it goes. But for the most part, I hope you guys are doing good. And again, I guess let's get started with I guess the new vehicle, right? So if you guys follow the channel, right, I bought a 2024 Nissan Versa SR. So I don't actually have a picture on my computer, but I will show you a picture of what I wanted to get exactly, and then I'll show you exactly what I got. So let's go ahead and share that with you guys. Again, if you guys are just joining in, don't forget to say hi in the chat. Come on, guys. Let's get talkative. Let's get chatty tonight. I want to hear from everybody, and let's try to get this chat going. It's going as much as possible. If you're on the X side, I think I'm live streaming on X also, by the way. So looks like we got Mana in the house. Thanks again for joining in, Mana. Let me try to join us. Please smash that like button if you can, boss. A Nissan Versa, no Toyota or Honda. Yeah, so actually, here's my first of all, let me talk to you about what's going on with that, right? So I've you guys know, if you follow the channel, I've driven a Toyota for the past 4 or 5 years already. So I bought it like pre-COVID. My brother-in-law bought a Toyota 4Runner, a 2002 4Runner, and he passed it to me. He thought he was going to have more issues than what it gave him. So he said, hey, do you want to buy it? Do you want to take it off of me, since he hadn't gotten the title, or he hadn't signed over the title to his name yet. So I ended up taking it from him. So I drove that for the last couple of years. Again, great vehicle, very reliable. You already know Toyotas are super reliable, right? Hey, we got Bobby Warren in the house. Welcome to the chat, Bobby Warren. If you can, smash that like button. I appreciate that. Again, this is going to be one of those open discussion chats, so you guys can ask me questions, right? Again, I'm going to talk about Visible by Verizon. I'm going to talk about Helium Mobile. I'm going to talk about whatever. Right now, I'm talking about the car that I just purchased, actually. So let's go ahead and do a screen share really quick for you guys. So originally, I wanted to go with this blue color, right, when I bought the vehicle, but the day that I went, unfortunately, the salesman, the person that sold me, that was trying to help me out, they told me that the car sold the night before. It would be this one, actually. So that's the SR badging. But again, I was just like, well, I'm here, I might as well test drive. One of these little Nissan Versas. I've never actually owned a Nissan personally. My mom has a Nissan Sentra, which I think I want to plan to make a video on her car also, because her car is actually kind of nice as well. Going back here, so again, I wanted the metallic blue color was the color that I have been wanting on a vehicle for so long. Unfortunately, they didn't have it, so I ended up test driving a kind of a darker color, which is this color right here. I ended up not liking it, so I ended up going with the lighter silver color, which would be this car right here. So although that's not the SR trim, I guess it would be this one. Um, this one in a lighter color. This one looks white also. Honestly, these are the SVs, by the way. Basically, you guys know what a Nissan Versa is. It's basically the cheapest. It's basically the cheapest car that you can get from Nissan right now. Currently, the base model I believe starts at $1,600. Or not $1,600. It starts at $16,000. So they do have a base model that's about 16,000. Of course, I went with the highest trim available because I did want the bells and whistles to go with this vehicle. So I definitely was wanting things like Apple CarPlay for my vehicle. I wanted like the leather wrapped steering wheel. I wanted heated seats, right? Hey, what's going on, YouTube Experiment? Thanks again for joining in. And again, if you guys haven't, please smash the like button. I would really appreciate that. Get the algorithm going so that it can send out notifications. So yeah, again, I know Nissan has not really been, I guess, what's the word? Again, this was the exact car I wanted to get, but they sold it the day before. So I was a little upset. But once I test drove the car, and then I was like, you know what? I've been driving this truck for several years, and I just thought that it was time for an upgrade. So this is more of like the color that I ended up getting. It's kind of like a light silver color, and I kind of like it. I think it does go very well with the black and with the tinted windows. I think it looks very nice, honestly. Yeah, Nissan. It really just depends. So when I bought the car, I did end up getting the. Yes, it is front wheel drive, so there is no all wheel variant to this vehicle, unfortunately, at least not where I live. Um, so yeah, front wheel drive. So keep in mind, guys, this is Nissan's cheapest vehicle. It is their slowest vehicle as far as the engine goes. So it does share the engine with a Nissan Kicks. So I kind of already knew how the engine drove because my mom used to drive a Nissan Kicks before she upgraded to her Sentra. But in any case, I really wasn't going for something speedy or something, fast. I just really wanted something that was a little bit sporty looking and a little bit more on the reliable side. So, again, the front fascia of this car I really liked a lot. I like the tires on it as well. And also, I mean, if you guys go back to my video, I did post a video on this. If you go back to the video, the interior is actually pretty nice. It's got very nice bolstered seats. It's got like leather on the armrests. It's got like a leather portion of the dashboard. It's got an 8-inch touchscreen with the Apple CarPlay. Again, because this is the top trim, the SR trim, I have things like lane keep assist. I have adaptive cruise control. I do have blind spot monitoring on the car also, which, these safety features are actually standard on a lot of base models on Nissan vehicles. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you go to a base model on another vehicle, like on another company, you're not going to get a lot of these standard features. It does have like a camera on top of where the dash or where the rear view mirror is. So it does have a feature where, like, let's say a car stops in front of you, the car will automatically brake. Assisted braking, that's what it's called, basically. So it'll give you assisted braking if you don't respond in time when it comes to that. And again, it does have a sport mode on the vehicle, right? So the thing about this vehicle is it's a CVT transmission, right? So it has kind of like fake gear changes, I guess. I really don't know a lot about CVT transmissions. It's really different from an automatic transmission, though. But they are a little bit more efficient when it comes to fuel. So this car doesn't have like any manual way for me to shift the gears, unfortunately. Like, you get on a lot of other cars or a lot of other sporty cars, like my old Hyundai Veloster. Even though it was automatic, right, it had paddle shifters and it had like a manual mode that would allow me to shift the gears on my own if I wanted to. So I kind of enjoyed doing that with my last car before I ended up selling it to CarMax. But you know, again, it was not a feature that was going to sell me on this car. So again, what really sold me on the car is the comfortable, the way it drives. Right, it's very comfortable to drive. It's very smooth on its handling. It's very direct in its steering. Also, again, you know, all the safety features as far as like, you know, the adaptive cruise control, the blind spot monitoring, the Apple CarPlay, you know, just little things like that, guys. You know, it really does make the driving experience more enjoyable, especially for me, because again, I'm going from a 2002 Toyota 4Runner to a 2024 Nissan Versa. Even though, you know, again, that's a pretty big age gap. That's 22 years, guys. Or about 20. I'm sorry. Yeah, about 22 years, because my truck is 22 years old. So, hey, what are you doing? Get over here. My dog's misbehaving over here. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions about the Nissan Versa. I do have another channel, guys, called Toyota Tech that I did post a couple of videos on recently. I actually did get a muffler tip on the car, because these cars do not come with any type of like exhaust tips as far as that goes. So let me see if I can try to find a picture of that maybe. So yeah, this is what the back of the Versa SR looks like. I wish I could make that bigger. Maybe I can. No, it opens up another page. So if you look at the bottom there on the rear, it doesn't have any type of like, you know, nice looking exhaust or anything like that. It just has kind of like, you know, that little you know, exhaust with that sharp tip. So I was like, you know what, I went ahead and bought like an exhaust tip off Amazon, and it kind of goes with the car. It's actually like a black exhaust tip, and it looks pretty good, honestly. Like, you know, of course it looks. Again, I wish I had a picture to show you guys. I mean, I do, but it's not here. Let me see if I can actually find it on my phone here, and maybe I can show you guys. Um, probably not. Hold on, one of my buddies is snapping. Probably can see it. Oh wait, hold on. Let me switch this out really quick. You can probably see it, but probably not. But yeah, I went ahead and installed like a black exhaust tip on the vehicle, and I did a video on that. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys can check out my other channel, Toyota Tech. If you guys are not subscribed to it, you can actually check it out. Go to my main YouTube page, and I have a link tree there, or you can, or there's, I also share like my account as well on there. So just keep an eye on that, guys, if you guys are interested on that. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to talk about tonight. Again, I did receive a new device also. Let me get it really quick. One second. Okay, sorry about that. My headphones just fell down. But I hope you guys, if you guys haven't watched the unboxing of my the new review unit that I got, first of all, I want to give a huge shout out. If I can, hold on, let me see if I can get this back in my ear here. I want to give a huge shout out to New Mobile, right? New Mobile, they sent me the, and I'll share the device with you also. Here we go, New Mobile. Let's see, New Mobile. So the device that they sent me is called the B30 Pro, guys, and I'll go ahead and do a screen share of that as well. Let me just exit out here, and then we'll get that screen share going here. Bobby Warren's asking, B-Tech, do you still have Spectrum Internet? Yes, I do. I actually just paid my monthly bill. I always pay the bill like a month, or not a month late, like a week and a half late, just because like they never really charge like overage fees as far as that goes. So I always end up paying the bill like after it's due, like at least a week after it's due. Let me go ahead and share the B30 Pro with you guys, and if you haven't checked out the unboxing, I would suggest you guys check that out. But here is a device that New Mobile sent me. So if you guys haven't heard of New Mobile, they've actually been around for several years, at least in the phones in the phone space. They actually sent me a phone many years ago. I think probably like in 2017 or 2018. They sent me one of their early devices called the New Mobile. I think it was called the G4 Plus. But since then, they've definitely gotten a lot better. So they sent me this device, by the way. Let's see, we got Yasina in the house, by the way. Yeah, so I am going to talk about that, Yasina, by the way. So thanks again for joining in. They said Visible Plus added more features for their Plus plan, so now it's worth it to have it. Yes. So, again, we'll go over that. So, again, and I actually activated this device under Visible via Verizon. So let's keep that in mind, guys. I'm actually going to I'll post up the affiliate link for my Visible account if you guys want to try out Visible. But anyways, the B30 Pro is a $299 I would say mid-range device because it, this packs a lot of good features about the device. And we can go over specs really quick. I'm just going to go over the little things. So first of all, 6.7-inch AMOLED display. It's a curved display, but it's a really nice looking display. Again, I have the device right here, by the way. It's right here, and it is a very light phone. First of all, like when I took this out of the box, I was like, wow, this phone is extremely light in the hands. Like even with the plastic case on it, I'm gonna see if I can order another case later on. But in this case, this phone has a very nice looking screen, 6.7-inch AMOLED display. I need to go back and check the specs on the actual like if it's a 1080p display. Most likely, at least it is, because it is an AMOLED display. The features of this device, it does come with a 5,000 milliamp battery. So it does come with a MediaTek processor, guys. So a lot of people, and especially people that want like good performing phones, they really kind of steer away from MediaTek. But this MediaTek Dimensity 7050 processor actually holds up because this device has 12 gigabytes of RAM. And again, just playing around with it for a couple days, I'm actually generally impressed with this phone. And like just how snappy it is, how smooth it is. Like I wouldn't say it's snappy, but it just feels like buttery compared to a lot of other phones. Because there's phones that have like a lot of RAM and that do a lot of that have good speed, but they just don't feel buttery, and they don't feel like it just flows with you with and how you're using it. Going back to the screen, by the way, it is 120 hertz refresh rate, and you can change it from 60 to 90 to auto, right, or to the 120 if you want all 120. So again, a 7050 Dimensity MediaTek Dimensity processor, clocked at 2.6 gigahertz, 12 gigs of RAM. I haven't tried gaming on this phone, but I'm pretty sure with the refresh rate on this phone, I'm sure it'll do just fine. I might do a gaming video a little bit later. Camera wise, it does have a 108 megapixel camera. So no, just so you know, it is just a nano SIM. It does not support eSIM. So this phone, just like many other budget devices, some do, but some don't. So they do not. This one does not support eSIM, unfortunately. Thank you for asking that, by the way. So again, the camera setup, even though it's a triple camera setup, that's something I have yet to test out a lot of. I really want to get out and take pictures and videos just to see how this phone performs. I can't give you guys my feedback on it because again, I've only taken maybe a few front pictures and a couple pictures on the rear. I've been working a lot this week, so maybe I'll go out and take pictures of my car or whatever. Follow me on Instagram, by the way, or X, guys, because that's where I post the pictures of the devices that I'm testing out. So if you're really curious about how pictures of devices like this come out, or videos, then I would highly suggest subbing, or not subbing, but I guess subscribing to my other social media platforms like X and Instagram. Again, my link tree is in my account, so you guys can check that out. So yeah, 108 megapixel camera, I think that's a little overkill. I think I would have been fine with like 50 or like a 64 megapixel setup, right? You know what I mean? It does have macro lens. It does have a front cam. Of course it has a front camera. It has a wide angle camera as well. But anyways, triple camera setup. It kind of looks like the iPhone setup minus the the square cutout that they have on it. And they're big. Like, I'm gonna tell you that much right now. Like, it's a big. Here, let me see if I can show you that to you guys really quick. It's a pretty big camera setup, but it's a very nice looking phone. I think this one, I don't really know the color. It's like a teal or turquoise color, but it's shiny and it's reflective in the back. So there's that. It's got features like always on display as well, if you guys are into features like that. It's got NFC. Let's see. Fingerprint. So it does have a fingerprint sensor also as far as display goes. NFC, like I said. So if you want to use your Android Pay or Google Wallet, you can definitely use it at places that accept it. Right? Not too bad. So currently it's running Android 13 as far as the version of Android, but it says it is Android 14 capable. So I don't have any news to say if it is going to get Android 14. I should ask one of the reps though that sent me the device if it is going to get Android 14, because there it does say it's capable. Now the question is, with budget devices like this, you guys already know that these phones normally don't get updates, or if they do, they just get one. You know, they get one version upgrade, and that's it. You know, but as long as we're getting security patches, it's going to be decent. But yeah, this is going to be just like a solid phone just to have as a backup. You know, if you guys are into that. Like I said, 5,000 milliamp battery with 30-watt fast charging, no wireless charging, guys. So if there's one thing that, you know, I can say that this phone doesn't have, it's wireless charging. That's not something that I need, though. It's not something that's a necessity to me. You know, that might be different for your ecosystem as far as that goes, guys. But for me, wireless charging is just, you know, it's whatever. You know, I mean, I use it for my iPhone and the wireless devices that I do have. But, you know, if I don't have access to that, then I'm just going to plug it in just like anything else. So yeah, nothing too crazy here. Again, so a 299 phone, guys, that has 12 gigabytes of RAM and it has 256 gigabytes of internal storage. So a lot of you are going to probably ask me, hey, does this have expandable memory? This phone does not have expandable memories, just so you know. So you're going to only get 256 gigabytes of that internal storage, and then from that, that's it. It is 5G capable, although again, I have this on visible via Verizon, so I haven't. Well, hold on, let me turn off my Wi-Fi. I haven't seen like really amazing data speeds, although I think I need to just like go and drive around and see what I can get, because when I activated the phone yesterday, I wasn't really getting amazing speed. So let's see, maybe we can do a speed test right now. You know, I was getting maybe like 20 megabits a second. This one looks like it's going a little bit higher. It's getting 30, but keep in mind, this is the $25 plan from Visible. So, you know, again, but technically this phone is actually not supposed to, it's unlocked, but according to the website, it's really only supposed to work like on T-Mobile phones. I know Magic Tech Reviews, John said that it doesn't work on Cricket. At least I don't know if he's gotten that figured out or not. CV Tech was the one that mentioned this to me as far as this goes. But I was thinking about putting the Metro SIM in, or we'll see what's up. I mean, I do kind of want to test out the speeds on Metro. We'll see. I don't really plan to keep this visible line going. I did it so I can do like the SIM card setup. If you guys haven't checked that video out, check that video out, please. I would really appreciate that. You know, again, it already has 100 views, so like, for my channel, I think if my videos can get 100 views within like the first 24 to 48 hours, I think the video is successful. Like, I remember back then when I first started my channel, I was like, wow, like when a video hit 1,000 views, I was freaking out. I was like, whoa, like, you know, I was like, 1,000 people saw this video. Like, what is going on? YouTube Experiment says I have eSIM on Metro. So yeah, I can't. This phone is not an eSIM phone, unfortunately, but you know, I mean, that's not something that's going to be a deal breaker for me either. Going back to the phone though, you know, here, let me see if I can share. Yeah, I have the iPhone 13 Pro. I think I have a SIM card in my iPhone 13 Pro as far as that goes, but I know it is eSIM capable. So just going back to the specs of this phone, right, guys? Again, it does have a 6.7-inch AMOLED display, FHD plus 1080p by 2400. It has 120 hertz refresh rate. Again, Android 13 out of the box. You do have, let me go over your network bands. That way, if you guys are curious. So on 5G, it has N1, N2, N3, all the way up to N77. For 4G, you have B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, you know, all the way up to 71. And then it also even has 3G and 2G bands, which is crazy because I don't even know, like, do those even work nowadays? Like, can people even still connect to 3G and 2G bands? I don't know. Again, going back, a MediaTek Dimensity processor, clocked at 2.6 gigahertz. It's an octa-core processor. Again, can't complain on that. You know, so far it's been a pretty it's been a pretty smooth, buttery experience as far as that goes. I haven't really experienced like a lot of stutter or lag on this device. I think the 12 gigs of RAM helped though, because usually devices like this will get like 6 gigs of RAM, right? You see devices like this get 6 or maybe 8, but that's it. But no, they went all out. So technically, guys, this is their flagship phone currently. Like, you know, this is what their flagship phone would be on their website. And for $300, I think that's a really good deal. Again, you know, you have 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigabytes of internal memory, USB Type-C, obviously. So it's got a lot of goodies. I think the only thing that this phone was lacking was Again, the wireless charging, which that's not going to be a deal breaker for me. Let's see. YouTube Experiment says he thinks that SIM cards work on Metro for iPhone. I would hope so. Let's see. Let's see. You talking about new for Metro? Good luck. Cricket has a list of supported phones. I doubt new is on the list. I'm not sure. I think CV Tech told me, and don't quote me on this. Maybe he can watch. Maybe he can watch later. I guess. Hey, what's going on? We got Tito watching from Twix. So yeah, I am simulcasting on the Twix app as well. So shout out to Tito for watching on my Twitter page. If you can just retweet this video for me, Tito, that would be a big help. I would appreciate that. Get some more eyes on the video, if anything. Yasina Hamu says that's the whole story of Android 2023 and 24 with a single nano for the USA market, no eSIM unless it's partnership with telecom companies. That's what I don't understand. So this phone actually does have a dual SIM card setup, so you can actually put 2 SIM cards in here, as far as I know, because it has 2 IMEI numbers, but that's all you can do. You can only put 2 physical SIMs in there. You cannot put an eSIM and just a regular SIM on it, which it's understandable. A lot of these, especially a lot of the main devices, they are branded to partner with companies like the big 3, like T-Mobile and Verizon, and I guess AT&T. That would be the big 3 for those companies. I guess Sprint's gone, so we can't really consider them. But the fact is, like, if I'm gonna buy hey, what's up? We got Lucid Taurus in the house. What's going on, my dog? We got Maximilian. Thanks again for joining in. Tito says he just retweeted. Let me know if you want to join in, boss. I don't know if you're out at the park with your family, or maybe you're on the way to go pick up the wife from work. Maybe, I'm not sure, but if you want to join in, let me know. I'll send you a link. Hey, we got 9 people in the house, guys. Thank you again for joining in, and please, smash that like button. I would really appreciate it. So again, I was just going over the new mobile B30 Pro. Again, I want to give a new mobile shout out over here for sending the device out. Again, they reached out to me, and just like most of the emails that I got, I thought it was fake. Because I don't really get a lot of emails anymore asking me to review like items or products anymore. If they do, it's like something that I really don't want to do. So most of the time they literally will send me, companies will reach out to me asking to review charging bricks, or like, I don't know, like something that's related to charging on the phone. I'm like, guys, this is not interesting. Like send me something good. Like they want to send me like phone screen protectors, and I've done a few phone screen protector videos, which backfired because the screen protectors broke. So acknowledge Mike the Biz. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, Tito. Let's see. The YouTube Experiment says Metro is listed from what it looks like. Yeah, I think Metro was listed on the device of compatible carriers for the new mobile B30 Pro. But again, take it with a grain of salt, right? Again, you probably will still have to take it into a Metro by T-Mobile and get it. But if you're not sure, guys, the website will tell you which compatible carriers it has on all of their phones. So just a heads up on that, guys. So again, I really appreciate y'all joining in. Wow, we got 11 people in the house. I'm genuinely shocked. We must have got people watching on the X app over here, or the Twix app, as Tito likes to say. As my ear starting to hurt, so I'm actually going to switch my one headphone to the other, because I don't know why this side started hurting a lot. But yeah, guys, it is open chat / discussion, so let me know. I guess the next thing I do want to talk about is Helium Mobile. So Helium Mobile is kind of, I would consider it another hot topic of discussion when it comes to new MVNOs, or whatever you want to call it, in the mobile sector. So if you guys haven't heard of Helium Mobile, I'll go to the website, right? I want to show you guys what Helium is kind of about, right? So I think I hit that. Let's go ahead and get back on it, right? Thanks again for joining in, by the way, over here, everybody. Tito, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. Let's see. Tito says you could get it whitelisted on non-T-Mobile carriers, but it may not support all LTE / 5G. Yeah, I've noticed from the speed test that I've done on the new mobile device, because I'm using it on the visible network, that I'm not really getting great speed. So I'm pretty sure it's not really getting, like, I guess the band, whatever band it's on, it's not, very good. So I'm trying to get Signal Check Pro to work on it so I can see which bands it is working on, but we'll see. I'll try. It wasn't picking up the last time. It was saying that I wasn't connected at all. So YouTube experiment. What do you mean by, is it full of hot air or legit? I don't know what you mean by that. Can you be more elaborate on that? So, anyways, let's go back to Helium Mobile, guys. Oh, you're talking. Maybe you're talking about Helium Mobile. Is it filled with hot air or not? So yeah, Helium Mobile, right? It's a new MVNO, right? And something that I want to talk about because I am actually using the service. So it's a $20 unlimited phone service, right? They do throttle you guys at 30 gigabytes, but you still do get 1 megabit a second on that. Uh, and let's take a look. We got another chat here saying Helium is worth it for people that are always on Wi-Fi. By the way, $5 plan a month is still going on down here in Miami. So yeah, if you live in Florida, like, kudos to you, right? I think I need to join their affiliate program. I need to get back on with Tito. I think I do have a thing to share, like a code, but I like on my thing, but I don't know what, like, the what benefits you for using the code. So I don't know. But anyways, let's go back here. So it is a $20 a month a plan. Again, they only have that one plan. Again, what do you get included in your plan, right? Okay, so a plan that puts you first, right? There's a lot out there that plans, but how does theirs compare? So they're on one of the largest 5G networks, which is T-Mobile. You can earn mobile. You can prepay with your mobile. There's no contracts. It says your data is protected, and it's only $20 a month. So let me explain to that what they mean by. Yeah, I need to go back and look at that link so we can figure that out, because I haven't done it yet, man. I'm sorry, but anyways, it says your data. So you can earn mobile. So what does it mean by earn mobile, guys? So there's a few ways that you can earn, right? So uh, to earn, mobile, or technically you're earning cryptocurrency, guys. So Helium Mobile is actually a cryptocurrency that you can buy on the crypto market as well. And they run off the Solana network. If you guys are not familiar with cryptocurrency, I know a little bit because I invest in crypto, but I can't really explain to you what, like, the benefits, etc. are. But basically, what they mean by earn mobile is, like, let's say you turn your phone on, right? If you have the Helium mobile app on your phone, you can turn on what's called mapping, and mapping allows them to better dissect the area where you live. That way, I guess, learn which areas have good coverage and which areas don't. So when you're mapping, they actually will send you tokens or credits on your account, in which you can either, one, you can send that to a crypto wallet and you can actually redeem that for USDC, which is actual US money. Or you can, what I know this is what Tito's doing. Tito is actually using the prepay with mobile, right? So he's mapping so that he can pay his monthly bill with that and not have to pay anything. So I think that's the cool thing that Tito is sending. Okay, Tito is saying send me a link. Okay, there we go. I got you. Hold on, give me a second, boss. Sorry, I just saw your chat here. Oh snap. Okay, I literally exited that. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm screwing up Restream over here. Hold on, let me see. 1 second, guys. I do wanna add Tito into the chat. So let me go ahead and send him a link here. 1 second, Tito. 1 second, my dog. And he knows a little more. He's been talking about it on his channel. He's been had Helium Mobile a little bit longer than I have. I've only had it about a week, actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and send him. Maybe he can elaborate on some of this stuff. So Tito, I'm gonna send you that link, buddy, on Restream. So just let me know when you're ready, and we'll get that going. But yeah, basically you can earn and not have a bill, basically. So you can basically go out a couple, maybe literally all you have to do is go to a park and walk around for maybe like 30 minutes to an hour, and it'll map a specific area where you live, and they'll send you the credits. So how the credits work also is it's on the Helium mobile app. Once you're done with the mapping, you do get the credits every 24 hours. So whatever time of the day that they stop doing that, you'll get the credits the following day, I believe, after 6 o'clock. So like currently, I think I have like today I earned like a close to almost 2,000, I think, tokens or whatever you want to call it, I guess. Organta, okay, hey, we haven't gotten there yet, but Organta is saying that Visible is having issues with 10 megabits a second hotspots. So I know that's something that they are promoting. We'll talk about that a little bit later once we get Tito in the chat. We can talk about that because we're both using the same services. He uses Visible, I use Visible. He uses Helium, I use Helium as well. So yeah, guys. I mean, basically, you can pay your own phone bill by just walking around, or let's say just having the mapping on while being somewhere at the mall, maybe, or just running your day-to-day errands. If you have your phone on, keep in mind while you have the mapping on, it is going to drain the battery a little bit faster on your phone, because it is using all of the tracking features on your phone, right? But again, you are earning money, and again, for me, because I invest in crypto, like part of me also wants to use some of that money and reinvest in other tokens, right? Of course, I already have Helium Mobile tokens. You can actually buy Helium Mobile on Coinbase, guys. So just so I can show you guys, if you're not familiar with Coinbase, they're one of the top crypto selling apps in the country, right? But basically, you can purchase Helium Mobile. So Helium Mobile currently it's under a cent right now. So let me see if I can share that. Okay, hold on. Let's get this going. We got Tito in the house. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready, boss. Okay, he's ready, man. He's ready to jump in here. Let's hold on. Let's get this going. All right, everybody. Let's welcome to the chat Tito Talks Tech, aka Aloha Android 2.0. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. How's it going?
It's going, brother. I just decided, hey, let's do a freaking live stream tonight. Let's get things going, man.
Oh yeah, well, I see people in the chat. Yeah, dude. Like right before I jumped off Twitter, there was like six viewers.
Oh wow. Okay, so I guess half of my viewers are on Twitter and half of them are on the YouTube side, I guess.
Yep.
Great. That's good to hear. Yeah, I mean, awesome. I love that. I mean, hey, shout out to all the Twix people. Follow me on X, by the way, guys. Follow me on the X, please. I need more followers on my X account.
it'll build up.
What's going on with you, Tito?
Nothing much, man. Jumped in on the whole helium thing.
Yeah, man. So again, you were kind of, I know you were already listening in on what I was talking about as far as the earn and go thing, but if you want, you can go ahead and elaborate on that as well.
On the affiliate, or
well, the affiliate and like the mapping, and also getting like a hotspot, because there is another way to earn tokens as well.
Yeah, actually, they just updated and kind of changed the whole mapping thing, so it's a little bit different, and I can kind of see why they did that. Generally, before the change, you literally would just enable mapping. Once your service is all set up, just enable mapping, let it run in background, and then go and just travel all around. And then you would earn based on you traveling around and allowing it to map the areas where signal was weak for the Helium network, where it was mostly reliant for T-Mobile. So I know in the last 3 days they changed it up now. So if you're like consistently going to the same places, then you're not going to earn as much as if you went to a different place that you haven't been to before. That way, it's not consistently paying out a lot of tokens based upon just taking the same routes all the time. And I think the other thing to it, I just had it in my head and then I forgot what it was with the mapping. But so now apparently it's supposed to save on your battery on your device, because if you're not moving, then
I noticed that.
Yeah, it's gonna like put that into like a sleep mode where it's not gonna drain your battery, because it will kill your battery on your phone.
I think you said it refreshes like every 15 minutes, but if you're not moving, then it's just gonna it's gonna just go back into sleep mode, I think.
Yeah, I was like, thank God for that, man, because I tell you, it can kill your phone, dude. It killed my Pixel 7, my iPhone 12, even the 11 Pro Max, dude. It killed the batteries fast on those.
No, yeah, I took it to work yesterday on a full battery on my Motorola ThinkPhone, which, keep in mind, this is a 5,000 milliamp battery. Again, I think I did like a 6 or 7 hour shift. I'm not 100% sure, but Literally, I checked the phone on my break and it still had battery, and then when I got out of work, the phone was dead. I was like, oh snap, is my phone not working? Like, and I was like, I connected it to my car charger, and I was like, oh yeah, my phone freaking died. You know what I mean? I didn't realize it was, killing the battery that much. But again, this was when they were having like those glitches yesterday. I think there was like a lot of glitches
Yeah.
yesterday in the system. So
Oh yeah.
I was just like, I didn't like yesterday. I didn't get any credits, or at least according to the thing, I didn't get any credits yesterday for mapping. But today, like I did the same thing. I took the phone to work, but I only turned it on when I'm actually moving, and when I'm not moving, I turn mapping off. If that makes any
Yeah.
sense. So
Yeah.
like I leave the phone in my car and I turn off mapping, and then when I get back in the car and I drive, I turn mapping back on. So that way they don't think, hey, this guy's just trying to fuck, whatever, like just. But anyways, at the end of the day today, I was doing some deliveries. I ended up with almost 2,000, I guess, credits or tokens. I was like, whoa, like maybe they're just giving me back pay from, the prior day or something like that. Because I was like, I didn't really like. I feel like I didn't really visit anywhere new specifically. I guess you know what I mean, like or gone somewhere that I haven't already normally gone. But I
Yeah.
mean, hey,
Hey man, that's pretty cool though.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Like me, just where I travel around my city, I'm like per day I'm averaging like 435 to 480 per day.
Yeah, no, like the way it has been for me, I was doing like 460, 470 a day,
Yeah.
normally. But now it's like, okay, when I saw the 1,000 plus, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I sent you the screenshot, you saw it. So,
Yeah.
like, I'm not BSing when it comes to that. So, there was a guy that posted a comment on my channel, and I actually hit it. I hid that person because he was making some very rude comments on my Helium mobile video that I did, from when I actually
What did
got
you
the SIM
say?
card. I don't even remember. I remember removing it, but he was just like, "Oh, like." He was like, "You don't know what you're talking about. Helium seems very sketchy, like a sketchy service, and yada yada yada." He's like, "You didn't even show like how to put the SIM card in." I was like, I didn't even respond because I did show. I was like, this guy must not have watched the entire video because I did put the SIM card in, and I basically showed like the whole setup process. Like, I don't know what they want me to do exactly without giving away
Yeah.
the phone number
They
on
never
my
do.
account, right? But
They
anyways,
never
like the
watch they never watch
yeah,
videos all the way through and start talking out of their ass, basically. That's the thing that's annoying. I mean, like, I get that one part he said, like, it seems sketchy because even I thought it was sketchy from the beginning, only because the way that they say it, when they say that it's a peer-to-peer sharing, I was thinking it was peer-to-peer like this company called VolkFi that never came out. Like,
yeah,
they were like all over Facebook, advertising, trying to get people to like crowdfund to build this peer-to-peer network with VolkFi. And the way that they were doing it was they used T-Mobile's network, but like one phone, like your phone,
hmm
could act as a beacon and travel that connection from your phone to somebody else's phone that's on the
mm.
same
like
carrier.
your phone would give a signal,
Yeah.
basically, right? Okay,
And that to me is sketchy because if you link so many phones together, you can like, basically wall crawl into somebody else's phones just from the connection if someone figured
yeah,
out how to do it. But Helium Mobiles is different. It's peer-to-peer sharing, but it's because you can get the outdoor and indoor hotspot.
yeah,
And it is connecting to your home Wi-Fi, but it's not going to allow somebody on Helium Mobile to like break their way in through your Wi-Fi and connect to your IoTs. Like it kind of like creates like a
yeah,
separate channel where only Helium customers can connect to, and that signals dispersed to those phones the same way like you would get it from a cell tower. So that's really what
yeah.
it is. So it's nothing like VolkFi. So my whole reserves about it kind of just relaxed after reading more on it and,
Mhm.
and hearing that. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, that's a lot better. So
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I've considered getting like a hotspot myself, but I'm just like, well, for me, like, like if I lived in an apartment complex, I might consider it, but because I live in a house, like in an area where like there's literally like a cell phone tower like a block away, which I'm sure it's a T-Mobile tower, you know what I mean? Or something to
yeah,
that extent, like I'm just like, it wouldn't really benefit me to have something like that. I wanted to get an indoor hotspot and just like kind of stick it out my window and see like, hey, if anyone's using it, they can kind of, latch onto my service. But my home internet is extremely slow. I get like literally 30 megabits a second here at my home internet. So I'm like, oh, they'd probably be complaining about the internet speeds, but I could see myself having that. Like, let's say if you lived like in a 2 or 3 story apartment building, right? and there's several users in that building. You can
Yeah.
earn tokens or whatever, I guess, other credits by just having a hotspot. You know what I mean? Which is, I mean, I think that's amazing, especially if you live in a very congested area. Um, because again, you're not just earning money to pay for your device, uh, monthly fee, but you're also, getting that you can earn that money and use it and sell it and get reimburse yourself. Basically, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't trust cryptocurrency, which I get. It's still kind of like one of those deals where like a lot of people are not sure about like how safe it is, etc., like that. And I'm sure like within in a year or two, it'll be a little more restricted as far as in the U.S. goes. But for now, it's like, take advantage, because again, people are
Yeah.
using this and they're paying bills. You can probably pay a car bill, like if they're mining and if they're they have a hotspot and they're getting those credits. Like people, if a lot of people connect to that, they're getting those credits, just for doing that. Then hey, dude, like I mean, you can that's your rent for the month where you live. Also, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like
The crazy thing about it is too, I mean, like, if you're, I'll move the mic closer real quick, but like if your home Wi-Fi was a little bit better, then yeah, definitely, do the hotspot. Because technically what they're trying to do is like right now they are using T-Mobile's network. Their goal is to get off using T-Mobile's network and have their own. And this is how they're doing it, by basically their customers getting the hotspots. Because like majority of YouTube videos that I found, excuse my dogs,
that's okay.
but majority of the videos that I saw when researching Helium Mobile came from YouTubers that are strictly talking about crypto. And so one thing I noticed from them, there was this, I forgot her channel name. I got to find it later and I'll send it to you on chat. But she has like 8 or 9 Helium hotspots throughout her city.
Wow.
She like negotiated deals with businesses and stuff like that to put up the outdoor hotspot node.
Yeah.
And then they
making money.
to do it. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. She was like literally, she's making anywhere from like 700 to 900 a day.
That's crazy, man.
On a good day.
Talk about passive income, right? You know what I mean? And that's that's what people don't understand. It's like you're making your money work for you, basically, right? It's like you're just you put a small investment though, because those outdoor antennas cost like $500, I think, just just for that, and then having to set it up, you know what I mean, is probably another thing in itself, because you need very long wiring as far as like the Cat5 and the power cables. I remember seeing somebody post on, I think, one of your on the Helium Facebook group, like, so this guy literally like put it up a tree and put it on a pole or something. Like, I was like, oh my god, like me, I could see myself doing something like that here in my house, where like like my dad has so much scrap metal that we could probably like stick it on a pole and like get it like in the air, like at least like 10-15 feet in the air to where it's sticking out. But it's just like, well, like, do I want to go that far just to just to get a little bit of a, and that's the thing that, like, I don't know if anyone uses the service in where I live or in my street, right? So it wouldn't probably be beneficial to anyone that lives near me, honestly.
So you get that affiliate connection, dude, and then you can probably, I mean, that's what I've been doing. Like, I did drop that video. I was trying to explain it because dude, Helium's got to fix that. But yeah, my promo code is active. Like, I literally set up another line and didn't pay nothing to set it up except for $1 for them to verify my debit card. But it's weird because I got, as soon as I shared that promo code to let everyone get like 1 month free on Helium, and I kept getting like DMs like it's not working, and they would screenshot it and it would show like $20 for the monthly plan and then the taxes, and then it says confirm pay. And I'm like, Helium needs to fix that, because no one is going to click confirm pay unless like it showed like $20 monthly with a slash through it, like 1 month free.
So I think I remember telling you, like, when I signed up, right, like I was like, am I getting charged the $20, or am I getting the free month of service? I think you said they charge like $1 though, right, or something like that.
Yeah, so they charge $1.
When I signed up for it, I saw what Tito was saying is basically like it's still telling you that it's giving you the full charge, but when they actually charge you, you're only gonna get charged like $1, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's so scary.
Keep in mind, guys, you have to download the app to order the SIM card. So just a heads up. Like, I did not know that, so I was sitting for 3 or 4 days thinking, hey, Helium's gonna send me a SIM card because all the other companies do it. Visible does it, Boost Mobile does it. They'll send you confirmation right away. They'll be like, "Oh, thank you for your order," but yeah, but no, you actually have to go into the Helium app and you request for them to send you a SIM card, right? Of course, because you do have the eSIM option, obviously, but I just thought that was like, I think posted on their X account or whatever. I made some sort of comment saying something like that, and they were like, oh, okay, yeah, they were just like, yeah, like whatever, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's something they're gonna fix, but I would hope that they do fix that. And I am actually looking at that link that you sent me right now where it says, join the thing, right? For people to join. I'm like, wow, that's actually a pretty good incentive of what you earn if someone signs up for Helium. So I'm like, well, that's pretty good, honestly. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to try that. I know I have a refer a friend thing on my Helium app, but I don't know if that's the same thing or not. You know what I mean? So,
That one is $5 off.
yeah. So
So
it's
when
$5 off. So your first
yeah,
month or something, or
yeah.
maybe yeah. Okay. So that's still not too bad. So yeah, I am going to join the Helium affiliate program just to see what's going on with that. Um, is there anything else you wanted to mention about Helium though, as far as that goes? Because I do want to move on to Visible and like what they're doing, and I do want to talk about the refer a friend thing as well. You know what I mean? So,
Let's move to Visible because I
all
think
right,
I think as Helium continues to grow, we can always come back and cover some more stuff. But Visible, like I was gonna do my own live stream about it, but since you
yeah,
already said you're gonna do yours, like let's just do it on
yeah.
yours.
So again, guys. Okay, hold on. Hold on. One second. I'm gonna bring this dog in my room really quick. One second, guys. Sorry.
All right. Well, while he's grabbing his dog, final thing that I would tell anybody
Okay.
about Helium Mobile, like
All right. You might hear
really
barking
decent.
also. Just a heads
Really,
up.
I
Hey,
was just
hey.
I was just continuing the live stream for you while you're getting your dog. I was just telling them that Helium Mobile has actually been consistent for me, like all across the end. So
Oh yeah.
it's good.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Same here. I mean, like, I'm just taking it mostly on the road. But as far as data usage goes, I mean, like, I've turned off my Wi-Fi and I'm using it here at home, just to see what it's at. I mean, speed wise, I can't complain. I'm getting a decent, 125 to 200 megabits a second just here at home, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if they necessarily throttle you because, like, on other services like Boost Mobile, I'll get like 200 plus, right?
yeah.
But in this case, I'm not complaining at 150 megabits a second. Like, you're still going to get good speed. So if anyone's curious about that, and YouTube experiment, I'm not ignoring you, by the way. He said maybe Tito can answer this. Can you
Oh,
map a mall or a Walmart?
yes, you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I did it at my grocery store the other day because I was working. So I was like, I walk around the store all day, so I might as well just map my store. You know what I mean? But yeah, okay. So going back to Visible, guys. So again, Visible. If I can get rid of this honey ad over here, again,
Visible.
another prepaid service, one that I have actually been with since I think pre-COVID. I think I've been with them since like 2019. I did lose my original phone number with them, unfortunately. I had that number for like 4 years, and then last year I just decided to stop paying it for like a couple months. And then they, without warning, they just I got an email saying like, hey, you can reactivate for like $5. Okay, cool. I tried doing it, and then they're like, no, you can't do it. Like, you have to pay within like I don't know, a specific amount of time. So
I'm still
anyways,
mad
guys,
at them. I'm still mad at
yeah.
them. They took like freaking 200 and something dollars credit away from me.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah. Back when they had party pay or what?
No, that was when Visible reached out to me to do a review of their
Oh okay.
service,
Oh
and
okay.
then I was getting because I did that, and then I had a referral code, and a lot of people use my referral code, so I racked up
Uh-huh.
like $500 in credit. So
Yeah.
I went like 2 years without paying a Visible bill, and I guess they got tired
Oh
of
yeah.
me having free service, so they like shut down my account without warning.
Dang.
And when they
Yeah.
reactivated my account, they're like, "We can't bring back your credits." I was like,
Oh man.
"Ugh."
That's so stupid. Yeah. So I was kind of in the same situation the first couple years where, like, with the party pay, like I literally had my phone bill for $5 a month for like the longest time. I think for like at least 2 years, I was only paying $5 a month. And I think at the time, it was what, the $40 plan. They only had a $40 plan,
Yeah.
and I think I had like at least like I had almost 10 people a part of my party basically at the time. So like I know they give you like so much credit per person, I guess. So it got it
Yeah.
basically. It got it down to $5 a month. I wasn't paying nothing. So Visible's okay, guys. Just so you guys know, Visible still does have a referral program. I use that as a content creator because it does bring my bill down, and I'm sure Tito does the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit different from Helium. Obviously, Helium you can earn tokens that you can in turn exchange for cryptocurrency, and then you can use that money for, for anything else, or you can use it to pay your bill, basically. This is also in somewhat, it's kind of the same, but you get referral credits, but you still have to pay, somewhat of a fee, right?
Yeah.
So if you have the $25 plan, you get, if you get somebody that is, using the referral code, then your bill is only $5 a month with the $25 plan. Now if you're using the $45 plan, then again, you're going to only pay again $25 a month, which is what I've been paying for like the last year already, since since I reactivated a new line on my Pixel 7 Pro. Literally, I've been paying only $25 a month for that line, so I can't complain. Dude, literally, I have like 6 or 7 phones that have active phone service right now. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. Like I remember seeing your stream earlier and you saying like, yeah, that you have like 5 or 6 devices on. I'm like, oh my god, so do I. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm using like a different phone every day. Um, but anyways, Tito, let's go ahead and talk about the benefits of Visible and like I guess why like I've stayed with the service so much. I guess I'll let you go first though.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you're looking for, I think a lot of people are, but basically, Visible hits it really good just for the simple fact that it is, I guess, in that classification of what people are asking for, like truly unlimited. So like it is truly unlimited. There's not like a deprioritization threshold. There's not, like a cap on the hotspot. Like hotspot, they say 5 megabits by 5 megabits per second, but they're lying because I've gone beyond that. I've used a hotspot connected, more than one device at a time and have seen speeds,
Yeah.
15, 20 megabits per second on the down, 10 on the up. I've used it to live stream. So it works really good, but it's that real true unlimited, right? So like you have a lot of them that are like $25, like Mobile
Mhm.
X, those ones, Boost Mobile, and they always have some like throttle threshold, right? 30 gigs, 35 gigs, whatever they want to put, right? Visible doesn't really do that, and they are on Verizon's core network, so that's the reason why that Visible's connection has been a lot better for customers. It's because they switched up using to actual Verizon's core network, so speeds are good. Plus, they just recently took off the 200 megabit per second cap on the $25 base plan, and that's been moved up to 400. But even then, I've gone beyond 400 on my speeds. So
Oh,
Visible's
wow.
making some good progression. They're amazing.
So I've seen on my $45 plan, I've actually seen like progression on that.
Mm-hmm.
As far as that goes, but I have not seen progression on my $25 plan as far as the cap goes. But I think it's mostly because where I'm at home. I don't know if it's just I usually don't get amazing service here at home, but like I know in other areas like the speed is great. So on the that's why I need to like go and like drive around one of these days just to see what's happening. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, my mom's gonna come and get one of my dogs. But anyways, $25 plan at home. I'm only seeing maybe about again, I'm seeing under 100 megabits a second. But going back to the hotspot, I do want to get back into that really quick. I actually connected my new mobile device to the hotspot. So I want to
Mm-hmm.
run a speed test. I want to run a speed test on that just to see what we can get here. So hold on, let's see. So let's see if it. So it says Verizon. I'm connected to Wi-Fi though, so I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Verizon, but you see the little Wi-Fi logo, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's see. Let's see if we can get without it blanking the screen out. Oh wow! Look at that. I was getting like above 10 at one point. So again, guys, I have the green screen on. I'm using an Android phone. I don't have access to coverage map on Android phones. Well, I do, but so I got 6 download. Now you're just showing off. I mean, I can bust out my iPhone and I can run a speed test on my iPhone also.
This is invisible.
Yeah, no, yeah. So this is the visible hotspot right here. So I'm getting 6 download and 6 upload, surprisingly. But again, let's run another speed test just so you guys can see. Again, this is on the hotspot. I'm connected to the hotspot here. Again, sorry if that looks a little janky. There we
That's
go.
all good. I'm
That's
actually
a
going to
little bit
switch it
better.
down to LTE and see what LTE pulls here.
So I'm getting about 5, but at the beginning I got about, again, a little over 10. So I mean, I'm not complaining too hard. Literally. Okay, let's see.
That's on LTE, man.
Yeah, that's still really good. I mean, you can save battery life all day and just leave it on LTE, dude. You don't even need 5G.
That's what I pretty much do on all my phones. I just leave them on LTE. Only
Yeah,
if I really need
that's
it.
something that I've been considering doing, just because again the battery life on my iPhone 13 Pro is kind of not there anymore. I'm actually getting faster upload on this than I am on the download, which is kind of crazy. I don't know if you can see that or not,
Could be
but
congestion in your area then.
yeah. Well, again, I'm using the hotspot, so and my phone is or was connected to Wi-Fi. But anyways, like that's still not bad. Like literally,
That's not
like
bad at all.
you can literally like connect a smart TV to this and be watching YouTube.
Yeah.
The YouTube app. Anyways, again, I've been very satisfied with Visible. Again, it's going to be different in everybody's area as far as the network and the congestion goes. Like I remember when they first divided the plans, the $25 plan. I was using the $25 plan as my main, as my main thing, just so I can try it out, and I was getting a lot of jank. I was getting a lot
Yeah.
of like just slow speeds at times. This is at the time when I was I was starting to do my gig work, right?
Yeah.
And the apps would freeze up, or it would just say, oh, no connectivity at times. So again, I don't know, it's gotten better. Obviously the connections in my area, like they worked on the cell towers like a while back, so it's gotten better. But I don't know if I would ever go back to the $25 plan just to do it. I've been pretty happy on the $45 plan. I'm
Yeah.
considering. So what about you? Are you on are you on the top, any of the top plans, or are you just using the 25 base plan?
I'm just on a 25 base plan.
Sheesh. Okay, hold
But
on.
but it did, like around the same time that you were talking about the base plan giving you issues like failing to connect, I was having like poor signal here. So it just had to be something that they were doing, probably upgrading their connection with Verizon's network. Because like I said, like before they weren't really using Verizon's core network. So
Yeah.
that was one of the things that Carlos then was telling me about, that it had gotten better because of the switch up. So since then, like I went ahead and got the $25 plan. But now, things has, because of all these changes with Visible, I think what you were leading into was the changes to the $45 plan, because it's added a lot of new things to it now. One of them was a global pass, which I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, like that's pretty cool.
That is pretty good actually, because it's like when you're traveling, I mean, you don't have to worry about roaming basically anymore, right? That's basically what it is, right?
Yeah, especially, I don't know. Did you see the video I posted today about the family on T-Mobile that went on vacation, and when they came back, they had
Oh yeah.
international roaming so bad, $78,000 bill due
70,000,
April
yeah.
1st.
How's that even possible, dude? Like, I mean, that's gotta
$15
suck.
per megabyte on T-Mobile. If you don't have a global plan or global
Yeah.
features, then it's like
Yeah.
$15 per megabyte, dude. 1 gig is already $15,000.
That's just amazing, and I'm glad that I don't ever travel abroad, right? Because I'm a hermit and I like live in a cave. But if I did, man, we got 19 people in the chat, by the way. We had about 20 some just a little while ago. So shout out to all of you guys. I know maybe a portion of you guys are watching on X. If you guys are watching on X, please comment. I would love to know if you guys are there. We got Latrell in the chat also. But yeah, man, going back again, like I think that's a good thing for people that do like to travel, right? I don't travel abroad, like I said, but like I mean, for people that are constantly traveling, I think that's an amazing deal. $45, and you get basically what 145 countries or something like that
Yeah.
of access there. So like I wouldn't worry like at all if I ended up going abroad and not. I would feel comfortable to know that I'm going to have phone service everywhere I go, basically now.
You'll be covered in Japan when you go.
You'll be covered in Japan if I ever go to meet my future waifu. But anyways, my question is, now that they are offering that, and this is something that they haven't said, right? But will this lead to a price hike, right? I mean, that's something that I'm concerned about as a consumer.
Yeah, that's something that is in the back of my head. Anytime that carrier adds in new features or adds in more benefits, like I'm always concerned in that fact because, you know, every postpaid carrier does the same thing. Like they add a new feature and then the price increases, right? Like you look at postpaid right now, and like one person on a single line could be paying anywhere from like $70 upwards to $150. Latrell, the Toyota Corolla, man.
We're Nissan gang now, bro.
That's right, we are.
Right. Oh yeah, you drive an Armada, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
freaking crazy. Yeah. Well, I guess I think he drives a Maxima. I drive a Versa SR.
Yep.
By the way, I buy a muffler tip for the vehicle, dude.
Why not, man? Well,
it looks good though.
Yeah, it adds an aesthetic to it. Then why not?
Oh yeah, I posted a video about it on my car YouTube channel because I do have a car YouTube channel for those of you who don't know. But yeah, we can talk about that later. I'll send you a picture. It's called Toyota Tech.
Not anymore. Gonna call it Nismo Tech.
I'm gonna call it Nismo Tech. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought about. But anyways, I guess let's get to the chats here. Yasine says $45 plan was $35. That promo ended last week. They should have another promo. Yeah, I remember they had that promo going on for like the first couple months of the year. Let's see what else we got. YouTube experiment. I'm in NYC and at home the service with Visible is so-so. Elsewhere it's faster, but in crowded places it's a snail even with the Visible Plus. YouTube says just get a local SIM or eSIM from the country visiting, problem solved. Yeah, you can do that also. I mean, no problem, but if you want to do that. Let's see, with Visible for the $25 plan, the smartwatch add-on was $5. Now it's $10. I think existing customers may be grandfathered in for now. I'm not sure. Well, I'm hoping the existing customers are grandfathered in for now.
Isn't it already added in on the 45 with the Visible Plus plan now?
I think it's included with the Visible Plus plan. Yeah. Let's go back to that really quick, actually, because I remember seeing that actually. Let's click that that details really quick. So yes, it does say smartwatch service included, save $10 a month. So with that, so that's one of those features that they did include with the $45 plan. So again, if you're with a plus, if you're part of the plus plan, you don't have to pay it all. If you're on the $25 plan, then you're still only going to be paying $35 a month.
Which makes sense though, because if you get the $25 plan and then you add on, a watch line and that's $10, that puts you at $35. So might as well just do the other 10 and get the rest of the other additional features and just call it $45.
Yeah, you get better coverage, or not better coverage, but at least better speed. You get the ultra wideband, the ultra wideband. Sorry, I was touching my eye there.
The ultra wideband access, from what most people, I mean, they're used to seeing 500 megabits down with the ultra wideband access in areas. But if you're in a really good area that Verizon had upgraded, you can hit over a gig on just slightly mid-band 5G, right? You don't necessarily have to have millimeter wave to hit that type of speed.
I think the highest speed I've seen on mine is close to 600.
Same.
I'm not 100% sure. We'll bust out the coverage map for Stetson. What's that? Doggett.
Well, that's what I was using.
Let's give that guy a shout out because I downloaded that, but again, I'm not really.
It is. I really enjoy his app, and then actively mapping on his app also as well. I'm waiting, which I understand. It's him and his team, and they're trying to build this app out. So on the Android side, there's not a speed tester in it yet, but it is coming. And so
I noticed that. I was like, oh, there's no speed test. It just has the coverage. So I got 105 on the download and 15 upload on my 5G on my $45 plan. Let's try again, actually, because the UW logo was not even there. Here we go. We're getting better speeds. We're getting 400 plus over here. 500. Let's freaking go! I broke 500 by a couple cents, honestly. It's gotten better, man. Honestly, I'm starting to see between that 400 and 600 range now in my area. So. I mean, I'm not complaining. When I need the service to be good, I think it's good. I do notice it sometimes it'll go down to regular 5G, or I've been seeing LTE a lot more actually. So I got 500 download, and 13 upload, just so you guys can see that.
Let's see, 500 minutes for international calls is the go if country of interest is on the list. Oh, yeah, I guess I mean, how often are you really calling internationally the family outside of the U.S.? I
Oh,
mean, sometimes people call like once a week, maybe for like an hour. That's 60 minutes. So 500 minutes should last you good through a month.
I mean, the thing is, like, most people will just use apps like WhatsApp or like Facebook
Exactly.
Messenger now to avoid any of that. So it's like,
Yeah.
what's the point of even having like international calling, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't think WhatsApp charges for calling somebody from like, wherever,
I'm not sure.
Indonesia.
I
I
use
doubt it.
I use Google Meets. I use video calling. Like
Yeah.
I'm like breaking, and like my kids always laugh at me because I'm like, we're in the we're in the modern day era of technology. Like let's not do phone calls. Let's do video calling, so I can see your guys' face and know you guys are safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use that. Now there's no international rates for for calling someone on Google Meets if they're like in another country. It's just simpler to do it that way.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, there's just so many ways to contact and call people now that I just don't think it's like like a lot of that stuff is not even necessary anymore. And if people are paying, people are still paying like to be calling. Like I don't know what's going on, but again, if you're part of Visible, again, it's included.
It's
It's
included that.
included. You don't have to worry about getting charged extra from calling a family member to Mexico or Canada or in other whatever other country they live in.
Side
Spain.
side note, my neighbor is so rude. Like he's got a pit bull named Thor, and he always lets that dog go by the window to my living room where my German Shepherd Velvet, she likes to chill by the window. So,
Mhm.
and the Chihuahuas are barking all the time because they see this dog. I'm just like, dude, keep your dog away from my window, man, because they just set my dogs off. That's why they keep barking every now and then. It's because he lets his dog Thor walk in front of my apartment. Like,
Dang. Well, I mean, the fact that he's letting his dog out without a leash in an apartment area, that's kind of dangerous and
it
sketch.
is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, imagine if something happens, if your kids are out there, like, forget it, man. I'm knock on wood,
My
right?
kids are hermits also, dude. They're introvert. They stay in their room
Yeah.
all day long, unless they
No,
go to school.
I don't. I mean, I don't have any kids, obviously, but like my nephews who are both about to graduate high school, they're going to be seniors on this coming school year already, and they are the most antisocial people I've ever met in my entire life. Like even when I'm visiting, like when I go visit them in Houston, and I love them to death, right? I love my nephews to death. But like literally, you go, I'm there for a week, and I see them maybe like a handful of times because they're in their room, like 90% of the time, and they only come out for food, or if their parents force them to like come with us somewhere, basically. You know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah,
just like, bro, like, come on, let's
funny thing,
go.
funny thing I gotta tell you is like, so like when I live stream and stuff like that, my kids sometimes pop in to watch, and they think that you're fresh out of high school, dude. I'm not kidding. They think you're fresh out of high school. I'm like, no, he's like close to my age. They think
I
I'm
look
lying
young.
about it. I'm
Yeah,
like, no,
I still get it, but like, if you see me in person, if you look at my like hair, like here on the side, I have a lot of like white hairs. So like I do have white hairs. Once the hair starts growing out more, guys, I do have like a lot of salt and pepper hair on the top. But I do get that a lot. I do still get that, like, oh, you look like you're in your early 20s, or at least mid late 20s or whatever. But guys, I'm gonna be 38 in less than 3 weeks, I believe. The week after Mania is when I turn 38, guys. So
oh man.
I know I got a few years left of my childhood, and then after that, it's over.
Gosh, I remember. I remember what it's like to be 38. I'm hitting 42 in August.
Yeah, I know Mill Hustle's just celebrated a birthday. Also, I think he's already in his 40s as well. So I'm
Ah,
like, damn, bro, you guys are oldies, brother. You guys are oldies.
well, once you hit 40, it's called over the hill. So yeah, I
Oh,
should be rocking those
no,
types of shirts.
my brother just turned 40 last year, so I'm just like, oh my god, he's got a few years on me. So I'm like, I'm gonna just enjoy whatever I have left of my 30s and just go from there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be racing in my Versa SR. By the way,
Are you actually planning to build that out? Once
no, not at all.
you're gonna trade it
Not
in
at
the
all.
future, trade it in for something new.
I will probably have it at least a good 3 years before I trade it in. I do want to get some equity on it. I put a couple $1,000 down when I bought it. It's a nice little car, man. Honestly, like, what? Let's show that muffler video just to kind of shoot the shit here. You know what
Oh,
I
why
mean?
not?
Hold on.
Show it.
Really, really quick. Hold on. Let's YouTube it really quick. Hold on. see if I can find them. Here it is. Here's the video right here. So
if you guys follow my channel.
Okay, hold on. Let me full screen this, and then I will
Shrink us.
Shrink us. Yeah, there you go.
Transformers.
Okay, and I'm gonna turn off the lo-fi music here really quick. So 1 second, guys. I'm gonna put it on mute. Okay. It's a quick video, guys. If you guys watch or follow me, I do have a separate YouTube channel called Toyota Tech. I don't really post a lot on there, but anytime I post car content, it's mostly there. So let's get this going.
You guys know I bought recently this 2024 Nissan Versa SR. So far, I'm actually really enjoying the vehicle. But one thing, about this vehicle is it's the top trim of the actual car itself, right? But there is no exhaust tip or any type of good sounding muffler. So definitely, because I am paying a warranty for this, I had to kind of search for an alternative, and I'm hoping the alternative works. But in this case, the muffler is it's really low down here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so as you can see here,
just a straight pipe.
Again, that muffler tip, it doesn't even stick out past this little point. But I did try to find a solution here, although I might have to send it back. We'll see. So let's get to the truck here. So I purchased this little thing called the DC Sports. It's just like a muffler exhaust tip. And again, I don't know if this is actually supposed to add any sound. I'm hoping I got the right fitment and the right size, but basically I'm just supposed to kind of squeeze that in there, and then hopefully it sticks out a little bit to the point where it actually looks good.
The crappy part, it's a bolt on,
is the muffler really has no indentation other than that little thing right there.
Probably should have removed that little thing.
Again,
actually,
we'll see. I'm going to try to install it, and before I install it, because apparently, according to the website, I actually bought this on Amazon. It was like 21 or 22 bucks, something like that. I'll post the link for you guys in the description below. But
affiliate link,
this
guys,
little thing, it's supposed to add some noise. I don't know if you can see those little air, those little pocket module things inside or whatever. Again, I don't know if that's going to be the case. I don't think it will add any type of noise, at least from the videos I've seen. But I'm going to go ahead and try that out for you guys here on the channel. And again, I'm going to do a cold start. Not really a cold start because I started the car to move. But I want you guys to hear what the exhaust sounds like before and then after I install this. So again, let's get this going.
So yeah, you're gonna hear a before and after. Like, check out me walking to my. I should have cut that part out, but it's whatever.
No, it has a good aesthetic to it,
Yeah.
Leave it in there.
So it actually doesn't sound that bad.
No, it sounds clean for it being stock.
Yeah.
Sometimes not even having it loud is a good thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. Red lighting.
It is kind of loud. It doesn't have a rev limiter on this car. Yeah. So
okay, so
that's after the installation.
After I installed it, it does not really stick out as much, but you can kind of tell it's there. Obviously, trial and error. You do have to tighten those bolts on the bottom. That's kind of annoying, but I think that looks a lot better as far as I guess aesthetics go or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, the crappy part is there's not really like a cutout down here for the actual exhaust tip. You just have this little thing right here that protects, I guess, the bumper, which again, it's a little bit of trial and error to kind of fit it in there. Let's go ahead and start it for you guys. I guess that way, let's see if you guys can hear a difference.
By the way, these do come in chrome, so I got the matte black version, but you can get a chrome tip on this. So if you guys want to, they sell them for SUVs also, Tito. By the way, so if you want to deck out your Armada, man, like they look pretty cool. Honestly, I think for $20, hell, dude.
Yeah, that's not bad at all, man. I might grab me some and throw it on the Armada.
All right, so let's see. Let me know if you can hear a sound difference or not.
Or not.
All right.
So here's the.
Oh yeah. There is a slight difference in it.
It's a little lower, right?
It's a little lower, but it's got a longer like humming to it.
Yeah.
Those rivets on the inside just kind of like create that sound profile.
Yeah. It doesn't sound bad, honestly. Like, even before or after, I think both of them sound good. So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video.
Nissan Tech.
And whatever you get out of it, I guess. This is, again, the DC Sport exhaust tip. You actually can get this in like a matte color like I did, which I got the matte black because, again, it goes with the car color. Or again,
yeah,
you can go like a chrome tip for about the same price. I'll go ahead and leave the link in the description down for you guys to check out. And if you guys like the video, smash that like button. And as always, we'll see you guys next time.
All right. Sorry, I've been watching this girl's YouTube channel, by the way, Sarah in Tune. I'll take that off, but she is very entertaining. If you guys haven't checked her YouTube channel out, check it out. Her name is Sarah in Tuned. By the way, okay, hold on.
See, the sad thing about Texas, though, man, is that they have so much like more of a stricter regulation. Like when I was living in Oklahoma, Oklahoma doesn't have like super strict regulations for the cars.
Yeah.
So like, and I think what the year was 2005. From 2005 to 2007, I racked up like maybe $4,000 in tickets.
Oh, wow.
Because the Tercel, I decided to take out the catalytic converter, and from the header flex pipe, I just did a straight like 3.5-inch diameter pipe from there all the way to the back.
Oh yeah.
So it was loud. Like
I would think loud. Yeah, I was like, shit.
I used to pick up my brother from work, and he would always tell me like he would know I was coming from like 9 blocks away because he could hear my car. Like I thought it was gonna, when I did that, I thought it was gonna be like loud, like a like the Honda sound like a bumblebee in a can.
Mm-hmm.
It was nothing like that. It actually had a deep roar to it.
Wow.
I was like, whoa. And I mean, I didn't like it afterwards because I kind of liked my car being a sleeper. So,
like not a sleeper if they can hear it, that's for sure.
For sure. You go out to freaking McKinney of like, what's it, Northeast Dallas, McKinney area. You go all the way out there to go race, and then everyone knows you got something going when your car sounds that loud.
Sheesh, yeah, no, dude. I mean, like, I don't really hang out with people that like are in the car scene anymore. But I do have like a bunch of like the young guys that work in my department. There's about 3 of them that all drive a Honda Civic, like the same year and model Civic Sports, I believe, which was not the current generation, but the last generation, the one with the claw-y tail lights. I don't know how to explain that. They have like the claw-like tail light or whatever, but they all have the same car. So like when they're there at work, they all park next to each other. I'm like, oh, these guys, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna start parking next to them. Like, I'll be the one random Nissan next to all of the Hondas over here. But
the funny thing, this was like way back in like 2004, but there used to be a one of those sites that you could build like a website out of it called BraveHost, and like from this one website that had to do with cars. I used to upload photos, right? I used to take out my little Razor V3M and snap photos of my Tercel. And I ended up finding like a bunch of other Tercel owners all across the US. And so we ended up building like an online car club together. And it was basically 7 different car clubs.
Wow.
There was a couple of my friends that lived in Longview, Texas with me. And then there was a guy up in Jersey that had his Tercel. And then funny enough, there was like 6 Tercels out here in Phoenix before I ever moved out here. And they were known as Team Nemesis, and they joined up. So we had like 7 car clubs unite together. And so it was cool when they came all the way out to Dallas to do a meetup. I was like, good times, man. I miss those days, but that was when I was in my 20s.
Yeah, man. I mean, realistically, if I could have afforded a, like a GR Corolla or maybe a GR 86, I would have loved to get my hands on one of those cars. I would have needed another like 10 grand in equity to even get like a base model of one of those. But, I was just thinking to myself, like, I'm, with my 4Runner, I was putting about $50 in gas a week in that vehicle. Just driving to work and, just doing my basic gig work. And I was like, it's time. I think it's time for me to get another vehicle. And I just need something that's a little more gas efficient. Maybe something that's a little sporty looking. Like, I don't know if you remember my Veloster, my black Hyundai. So I really like that car, but, it had little things that I didn't like about it also. It was extremely low to the ground. So I was always like, just getting in and out of it was kind of a pain. The Versa is a little bit easier to get into. It's still not like, you know, like I would feel more comfortable. Like the older you get, the more comfortable you want to be when you're riding in a vehicle, right? So like I was very comfortable in the Forerunner. It sits high, you know. I mean, it's not the easiest vehicle to get into if you're like disabled and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm pretty okay as far as that goes. But like, you know, just having like a decent sized SUV, you know, like having the room, the comfortableness. I get a little bit of that in the Versa, and you know, I get like before you jumped in, I was talking about like all the bells and whistles. I was talking about the safety features, like the blind spot monitoring, you know, the active lane keep assist, the what is it? Forget what it's called, the cruise control, the adaptive cruise control. There you go. You know, the little camera on the front that like if someone stops in front of you, the car will brake, the assisted braking, little things like that, right? Of course, Apple CarPlay, right? It doesn't have wireless Apple CarPlay, but I still have, you know, Apple CarPlay, so you know I'm able to use that, and just a nice touchscreen, decent audio. It has decent. I think it has a decent audio system for what it is, even though it doesn't have. It only has like 6 speakers in the car, and you know, it just does what it needs to do. Like, and it's not overpriced. It's not super overpriced like a lot of other car. Out the gate was 22.5, I think. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
the title was like a little under 24, but even then, it's like, you know, I think for what it was, I thought that was really like all the features that you get, and this was the top trim of that specific vehicle. I think it's a good deal. And if you watch like videos on it, like a lot of other car YouTubers say, it's like literally like it's great value for the money is what you're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
funny, man, because like, you know, in my 20s, and like I always laugh about this now. Like in my 20s, like, you know, I always wanted to put a sound system in my car, so I always had something in there. You know, always wiring up. Like I think like the strongest sound system I had, Rockford Fosgate amp. I think it was like 1200
Mhm.
with a capacitor to kind of help take the pressure off the alternator, and then two kicker solo barracks,
Wow.
and that pounded pretty good. But like now that I'm in my, you know, I'm in my 40s, and like I don't care if people can hear the bass of my music as long as I can hear it, right? Like my Armada has a Bose sound system inside of it, which is
I bet
good.
it sounds
I
good.
love
Yeah.
it.
Does
Plus
it have a
DVD player.
subwoofer?
So in the back there are I think they're only 8-inch size woofers in the back, and then on the front there are 6s. Then I have my mids. It actually has built-in mids and tweeters, right? So you get that good clarity of sound plus the punchiness of the subs.
Yeah.
And like it does that because there's a DVD player and a built-in monitor in there. So it's like you have like a surround sound whole movie theater inside of it. So I'm like, when I saw that, I was like a kid.
So talking about sound system, so the one thing I do miss about my little Veloster is it had an infinity sound system, buddy.
Ooh.
So like it had a subwoofer in the dash, and it had a subwoofer in like the trunk. And the side speakers that were in the front sounded amazing, dude. Like this is probably the best sound system I ever had in a vehicle, and that's why I'm kind of like, in some ways I kind of regret selling the vehicle, but at the time I needed to because of my job change and everything after my accident. You know what I mean? But I really enjoyed it. If I were to give that sound system like a grade, I would give it like a 9 out of 10. My Nissans, on the other hand, is maybe like a 4 out of 10, maybe a 3. It does have like decent bass, obviously, and it's got like 2 little tweeters, like on what do they call it? Those little side panels.
Oh yeah.
Above the door or whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, you know, it's like it's not an amazing sound, but it's like okay, it's like doable. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can still jam out to music, and it's like that's all you really need. Like I don't need to for the people next to me in the car to be hearing like, you know, my techno / trance music that I'm like.
Oh, you listen to that?
Oh yeah, I listen to a lot of like I listen to a lot of like the no copyright sound music, all that stuff. They like.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I mean, you can if you want to relax. Like I'll pop on YouTube Music and grab one of those lo-fi playlists.
Yeah, I listen to like a lot of synthwave lo-fi playlists and stuff like that. Yeah,
but I also listen to some trance and stuff like that from like way back in the day, my rave days, where I used to have like the spiked gel hair and the super huge baggy pads with the glow sticks and going to the clubs. And
one of these days we gotta do a live stream where we're just we're dressing like our early 2000s selves, if you know what I mean.
That'd be so cringe for me to do that, but I'm game to do it, man. I'll play some freaking
I'll spike
Darude
my
or
hair up.
ATB.
I'll spike my hair up like I used to in high school. Also, I used to do like a little mohawk, a little fro hawk. I used to do a fro hawk back
Dude,
back then.
I had the full Chester Bennington fucking spikes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think I attempted that a couple of times in high school, but just it was too hard to maintain. I was just like, I'm not gonna do that anymore. Like I think I did it maybe like
Yeah.
freshman or sophomore year. It was like early 2000s, right? So back. I mean, a lot of us, some of us are the same age, some of us are not. Some of us are, Gen Zers over here that are watching. Maybe, man, I'm checking it out on X, and there's like 16 people watching on X right now. It's crazy.
Shout out to the
But
16.
what's going on with all the 16 people, man? I need y'all to chit chat. I only got my YouTube partners chatting over here, man. What's going on, Egg? Let's get it going, Egg.
Funny enough, I think the best sound system I had was such an easy way to connect it. I had a 89 Accord Hatch, and so I didn't want to like tear it up to start wiring a sound system in it. So I ended up buying the woofer size was 12 inches. It was a bazooka bass cannon, easy to hook up.
Oh yeah.
And that thing, like
I remember that.
rattled. It rattled people's cars next to me, and I would purposely do it to piss them off.
It's like more annoying at nighttime than it is during the day, but it's just like, okay, who's doing this like at like 8 in the morning when you're going to school and shit like that? You know what I mean?
I got shot at in Hawaii for waking up this dude. Like I went to go visit a couple of my friends. It was like 2:15 a.m. in the morning, and they wanted to hear like how my sound system was. Because it's like a little freaking bass cannon that fits, so it left a lot of room for me to put like stuff in the back without having to worry about a giant speaker box in there. So I started like cranking that shit up, and this dude came out pissed and shot at us.
Wow, shit. I don't do anything to that extent. I guess I wouldn't say crazy, but like it's just to piss people off. I don't know. As far as the sound system goes, I mean, I remember when I had my little Veloster, I would drive around and I would it had a sunroof that like went up like that, so I would open the sunroof and I would be jamming out to like Tiesto or like whatever trance or techno song that I was listening to, just when I was cruising down like one of the main streets in the city, and I was just chilling, dude. Like honestly, like I didn't care, honestly. I was just like, okay, like they're gonna listen to whatever I'm listening to. Sometimes it was like 8-bit music, like I was over here listening to like fucking like video game music.
Have you heard of DJ Irene?
I have not.
All right, funny story for you. I'll share this with you. So when I was living, because Oklahoma State is part of the Bible Belt, so there's like a lot of people that are very religious and everything. And DJ Irene, she's a really good DJ. I love her music, but there are certain albums and certain songs that she does on her albums that's like really graphic, and so I popped in a CD and I started blasting her music, and the album was called Photosynthesis. And the very first line of the very first song on that album, the first thing she says is, "Do you want to lick my?" And it was loud. And the people next to me, they're very, very church religious people, and they had kids in the car. And I felt so bad because I was like, I have my windows down. It was just kicking that bass, but when it said that part, I was like, "Oh my god, I forgot about it." And there's like little kids looking my way. I was just like, Father, forgive me.
All right, we all sin, so it is what it is, right? But yeah, I was gonna say, going back to Helium Mobile, because I got a notification on my phone from Coinbase.
Oh yeah.
Which is the wallet that I purchased crypto on. Yeah. Helium Mobile is down minus 6.25%, guys. So if you own Helium Mobile crypto, and just a heads up, it went down. We're at like 0.003 now. So not good. I only own like $5 worth of it on Coinbase though. So, but if it shoots up in value, maybe I'll get a
we'll have to see, because I know that the spike that happened was because they switched to the Solana blockchain.
Yeah.
So you started to see a spike in it.
Solana's popping, man, honestly, right now, like the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Which I'll tell anyone that gets Helium Mobile and starts mapping, you'll see it fluctuate even when you're mapping and earning your rewards, because as you claim, which a lot of people had problems, claiming. Like I had to uninstall the app, reinstall it, and then claim all my, my rewards. But when you go into the wallet section and it shows you like how much you claimed, underneath it, it shows you the value in dollars, and you'll see that fluctuate as Helium Mobile, basically their crypto goes up and down in value. So like one day you can have like, I think it was like 4,000 and some change, and it'll be equivalent to $20. The next day, if that goes down, then you'll see it drop in price too on your end. You'll see it drop down to like $19 or $18. So don't always bet on like a specific amount of those tokens to be equivalent to your monthly bill. It'll fluctuate as
it'll fluctuate, So if it gives, it's just so what he's saying. Yeah, if it gives you a specific value, like let's say it's like $9 or $10, it can go down. So that's why some people, what they do is they send it to their Coinbase wallet or whatever, and they convert it to USDC, because USDC does not go up and down or down in value. It just stays the same. So that's why it's always good to sell high and then just keep it there. You know what I mean? But or convert or swap. You can literally convert it into another crypto if you wanted to. I think that's one thing I love about Coinbase is like you can, anything that you buy on their platform, you can literally like just exchange for another crypto. So if you buy Bitcoin, you can literally convert $100 of Bitcoin to Ethereum or Dogecoin or whatever you want. You can literally just convert or sell it to as USDC. USDC coin is basically just like the US dollar, right? But the thing about that is they have like a high yield, what is it called, like an APY. So like let's say you have money in the USDC, like a couple of $1,000, like it's gonna go up like the longer it sits there, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just hope that your account doesn't get hacked and that no one steals all your money.
Yeah, you gotta
but that's why a lot of people have switched to what's called a nano wallet, I think, or whatever. It's like a USB stick where literally you can keep like all your crypto like on that, basically. I don't know how those work because I don't have it, but there are videos about that. And again, guys, I'm not a financial expert. This is not financial advice, just a heads up, okay? Or I'm not giving you financial advice. Disclaimer. But yeah,
you do have that crypto channel though.
Not anymore, man. They took it down. So I was actually, I had them. I was getting close to 1,000 subs, and then what happened was I was like, I was trying to do like a simulcast, or not simulcast, but I was like sharing something that happened, some sort of chat that Elon Musk was in. Like there was a video that they were live streaming. Like I don't remember if it was on X or on something, and I shared it, and then like YouTube flagged it, and they like literally just took down my entire channel. So I was like,
oh man,
like,
don't mind me. I'm still here. I just my camera's
fine.
acting finicky, so I just went straight to audio only.
I'm getting ready to hit the shower, man. So I was gonna say once you get that fixed, we'll close it out. But I don't know. Was there anything else you want to maybe talk about or mention tonight, man? I mean, I can kind of cover mostly all of it.
Actually, no. Like I wanted to. Let's see. You work tomorrow?
I do work tomorrow. I got to be up in like 8 hours, actually.
Yeah. What time are you off?
I get out in the early afternoon. Why, you want to hit up and do another chat or what? Or
I was thinking because I know I keep talking about it, and then stuff pops up, and so I end up busy, so we haven't done it yet. But we are getting close to WrestleMania.
Oh yeah,
I do want to get in another live with you and Mills.
Oh man. And there's just there's so much to talk about right now, dude.
There is,
like,
man.
It's freaking ridiculous. Like, I mean, I know we haven't done a podcast on the Deathlock in a couple weeks, but man, dude, so much stuff has happened. Mercedes Moné debuts on AEW. Will Ospreay, you got Edge winning the TBS title. That's just AEW, right? There's so much crap going on WWE. If you watch Monday Night Raw, with CM Punk being on the show and just craziness, guys. It's
Cody
fucking crazy.
Rhodes, everyone's talking about.
The last couple of weeks with The Rock has been kind of nuts, also. So
but I also want to get in on that rumor that's going on that what's his name, Buddy Matthews and Keith Lee rumored to go back to WWE.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I'm not sure about tomorrow. I don't know if you are maybe busy on Saturday, at least in the evening, because I work Saturday, but I get out like around 5-6ish my time. So I would say I'm probably free in the evening to go live Saturday.
What about Sunday?
Sunday it would have to be like morning, like before like morning, early afternoon. I would say like between 11 and 1 o'clock my time, which I think that would be like a lot earlier for you because you're you're an hour behind me. So that would be like 10 a.m. So if you're okay for 10 a.m. on Sunday, then I don't mind
We could do it Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep you updated for tomorrow. Just that, again, I work, and then sometimes I'll come home and crash out, and then I like to do my gig work before SmackDown. That's why. So we'll see. We'll see how
we could
tomorrow
do it
goes.
for Saturday. Definitely. Yeah, we'll do it for Saturday. We'll get in the chat and set that up. But I'm gonna let you go so you can get all fresh up and relaxed and
all right.
get some
Well,
sleep.
again, we have 23 people here. I want to say most of those are on the X side, guys. So if you guys are watching on X, thanks again for joining in. Follow me on the X channel and follow us on YouTube. We got Tito Talks Tech over here, aka Aloha Android 2.0. Any plugs before we go?
No, I just want to tell the 23 people, man, thank you for coming in and supporting my homie over here and watching. And definitely catch us on the Deathlock if you're a fan of wrestling, for sure. I want you guys there too.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely share the link on that when we go live on Saturday on the main channel as well. So, or on the main Twitter page. So again, guys,
cast it to Twitter.
Yeah, no, I will. I have a Twitter account for the podcast. Also, we have like 50 followers now, but they're all bot accounts. And they're all bot accounts. So, but I think there was one guy that was actually he was a verified user. Apparently, he works for. I think he's like a writer or something for like a website, nodq.com or something like that.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know. I think I sent you and Mill Hustles a screenshot on that, but I'll see what's going on with that later. But okay, guys, again, thanks again for being here. Again, check out Tito's channel if you guys haven't. He posted a lot of content today, by the way, guys. Yeah. I think I still need to go watch your Samsung A54 video before I go to sleep. So,
yep. All right,
so
man.
yeah, check that out. But y'all get some rest. Everybody have a good night, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again for watching.